Hey everyone! Today I'm diving into something a little heavier. We're looking at the top 5 real-life tragedies that are not just heartbreaking but truly speechless moments in recent history. These stories are not just events. They are profound moments that have left an indelible mark on humanity. First up, number 5, the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear disaster. In March 2011, following a massive earthquake and tsunami, Japan faced one of the worst nuclear accidents in history. The disaster was a combination of natural and man-made calamities that led to a series of catastrophic events. The earthquake, which was one of the most powerful ever recorded, triggered a tsunami that overwhelmed the coastal defenses and flooded the nuclear plant. This led to multiple reactor meltdowns, hydrogen explosions, and the release of radioactive materials into the environment. The impact on the environment and the ongoing struggle of those who lived there is something that still resonates deeply. The radiation contamination affected the land, water, and air, leading to long-term health issues for the residents. The evacuation of tens of thousands of people from the affected areas disrupted communities and livelihoods. The cleanup and decontamination efforts are ongoing, and the psychological scars left on the survivors are profound. The Fukushima disaster serves as a stark reminder of the potential dangers of nuclear energy and the need for stringent safety measures. Moving to number 4, the Syrian civil war. Beginning in 2011, this conflict has led to a humanitarian crisis of unimaginable scale. The war started as a series of peaceful protests against the government, but quickly escalated into a full-blown civil war involving multiple factions and foreign powers. The conflict has caused widespread destruction, with entire cities reduced to rubble. The use of chemical weapons, barrel bombs, and other indiscriminate attacks has resulted in a high civilian death toll and severe injuries. Cities reduced to rubble, millions displaced, and a death toll that just keeps rising. The resilience and suffering of the Syrian people are something that can't be captured in mere words. The refugee crisis that emerged from the conflict has seen millions of Syrians fleeing to neighboring countries and beyond, seeking safety and a better life. The international community has struggled to provide adequate support and find a resolution to the conflict. The Syrian civil war highlights the devastating impact of prolonged conflict on a nation and its people. At number 3, we have the Sichuan earthquake in 2008. This devastating natural disaster in China claimed the lives of over 70,000 people and left countless more injured and homeless. The earthquake, which measured 7.9 on the Richter scale, struck the Sichuan province and caused widespread destruction. Buildings, including schools and hospitals, collapsed, trapping thousands of people under the rubble. The rescue and recovery efforts were massive, with the Chinese government mobilizing the military and volunteers to search for survivors and provide aid. The images of collapsed schools and the grief of the families affected are etched in the memory of the world. The loss of so many young lives in the collapsed schools was particularly heartbreaking. The earthquake also exposed issues related to building safety and construction standards, leading to calls for better regulations and oversight. The resilience of the survivors and the outpouring of support from within China and around the world were remarkable. The Sichuan earthquake remains one of the deadliest and most impactful natural disasters in recent history. Number 2 takes us to the heart of Africa with the Rwandan genocide in 1994. In just 100 days, about 800,000 people were brutally murdered. The genocide was a result of long-standing ethnic tensions between the Hutu and Tutsi groups, which were exacerbated by political and social factors. The violence was carried out with shocking speed and brutality, with neighbors turning against neighbors and entire families being wiped out. The international community's response was widely criticized for being slow and inadequate, with many calling it a failure to prevent a preventable atrocity. It was a stark reminder of the depths of human cruelty and the dire need for international intervention in genocide prevention. The aftermath of the genocide left Rwanda in ruins, with a traumatized population and a devastated economy. The country has since made significant strides in reconciliation and rebuilding, but the scars of the genocide remain. The Rwandan genocide serves as a powerful lesson on the importance of addressing ethnic tensions and preventing mass atrocities. It also underscores the need for timely and decisive action by the international community to protect vulnerable populations. And finally, number 1. The 9/11 attacks in 2001. The day that changed the world forever. On September 11, 2001, terrorists hijacked 4 commercial airplanes, crashing 2 into the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center in New York City, 1 into the Pentagon in Arlington, Virginia, and the 4th into a field in Pennsylvania after passengers attempted to retake control. The attacks resulted in the deaths of nearly 3,000 people and caused unprecedented destruction. The collapse of the Twin Towers not only marked a pivotal moment in global politics, but also a collective heartbreak felt around the globe. The stories of loss and heroism that emerged from the ashes continue to move us to this day. The first responders, firefighters, police officers, and ordinary citizens who risked their lives to save others are remembered as heroes. The attacks led to significant changes in US and global security policies, including the war on terror and the invasion of Afghanistan. The impact of 9/11 is still felt today, with ongoing debates about security, privacy, and the balance between freedom and safety. The resilience and unity shown by people in the aftermath of the attacks are a testament to the strength of the human spirit. These events, each tragic in their own right, remind us of the fragility of life and the strength of human spirit. They are a call to action for us to work towards a more compassionate and just world. Thanks for listening, and please take a moment today to reflect on these stories and what they mean for us as a global community. Let us honor the memories of those affected by these tragedies by striving to make a positive difference in the world.